One night after a massive road win at DC, the Carolina Flyers roll into Greg Martin's nest here in Philadelphia. It's the Flyers and the Phoenix, an interdivisional AUDL game of the week. Carolina at 4-2. The Phoenix have had chances, have been so close against some of the league's top teams, but they entered tonight at 1-4. It's so great to have you with us. Welcome to our broadcast booth with Charlie.
Slight crosswind right now coming towards the camera, and Flyers maybe a little bit going downwind as well.
Junks looking long. Fairfax adjusts to get his hand on it, but can't make the play. A floater downfield over Trefillis, and it somehow stays up. Hanna keeps it alive. Matt Hanna throws the goal, and it might be Philly's night with luck like that. Justin Keller. Kevin Pignoni sending Suraj Mataraju. Trefillis does it again. High stall count, punt. As the pack goes, and it's over Alex Davis, caught by Brandon Pastor, and a goal for Gavin Abrahamson. And the Philly Phoenix are fired up.
Great timing from Pollard to get up there, just couldn't squeeze it.
Neither team has been bashful tonight about embracing the huck, and how about that handler defense? Jordan Ryan gets the layout block in the backfield. Trissolini to the end zone. Pollard scores. Carolina back on 0. They were broken twice, the first 2 points of the game if you joined us late. Joe White's going deep, and Fairfax sends it. A majestic backhand, and White is just a yard shy of the goal line. Elijah Long running for the goal. Going to get to 5-2 ahead of their Texas two-step next week with games at Dallas and Austin. Trissolini connects with CJ Colicchio, former Flyer, also played a season in North Carolina with the Charlotte Express. Colicchio well-traveled Pittsburgh the last couple of years. Martin back of the end zone. What a catch!
Greg Martin somehow gets to that one. It looked like a sure turnover, and he sees it, gives full effort. And then
good matchup, James Pollard and Matt Tucker. Tucker, a couple more blocks in DC against the Breeze last night. He had a few blocks against the Breeze in the season opener too. Looking long for Trissolini, being chased by Ty Nakan. He's got no play, and a beautiful huck from Noah Chunmoy.
he is so good at shaping those throws.
That's just bad luck.
And with 40 seconds on the clock, what's Roger True going to do? He's going to let the defense go to work.
Joe White may have just got the disc back for Carolina. He did. Reading that throw beautifully, and then Lynch to the back corner. White stays in bounds. Are you kidding me?
He uses every inch of the size that he has to keep that toes in bounds, make the grab. It has been all Joe White this weekend, and he has involved in all 4 scores for the Flyers.
Finding Ryan as the time's ticking down. Mott looks at the clock, unleashes at the buzzer. 50-50. Is it going to be a 1-goal game or a 2-goal game? Jacob Fairfax says we're going to be down just 1. Lynch gets free underneath. Shooting it for Searles Bowes deep. He's got position. He's got the tying score for Carolina.
The Flyers have stabilized the ship here. Yeah, you get a chance to kind of feel out the wind as well. We might see him shoot again.
Laying out to keep possession alive. And here's the flick this time. It's an Army going deep, and it's Mott plus the foul. Count it for Philadelphia.
Well, so you got to see it. Oh, okay, that's what the wind is doing. Now I'll take the shot from the other side with the forehand. And not a clean possession there, really, from Philly, but they've been winning.
Has not found the success with that nearly as much this year. Mitchell underneath, did he get it cleanly? Yes. Intended for Martin, but Terrence Mitchell with the block. Will Coffin back on the field for Carolina and throwing a dime to Alex Davis. Mott scoobers for Pollard. Double team comes. Pollard trying to create space. Stall count rising. Pollard just hucks it deep. It's a nice throw, and it is going to work despite the bobble from Paul Owens.
That's one of the greatest hucks I've ever seen out of a double team. That was nuts. I can't believe Pollard had enough time to get that.
Played in other categories too. Trissolini able to sky Yannick to keep possession. It's a fun matchup. Those two guys played high school ultimate together in the North Carolina Triangle. That relationship goes way back at the Carolina Friends School. Chunmoy, guarded by Youngst. Ryan, up the line for Trissolini. Colicchio. Philadelphia trying to finish this possession to retake the lead, and they will on a Colicchio layout for the score.
Well, they had to grind and grind to put that one into the end zone. Great defense downfield from Carolina, but able to do just enough. Trissolini with this huge catch to save possession. Good pressure from Yannick. And then Colicchio finally finds some space against Terrence Mitchell. And then the little give and go dish. He gives it and he goes straight into the end zone.
Youngst with 20 seconds to Fairfax. Across midfield, it's White. Only one cutter was beyond the disc. 12 seconds for Joe White. Now Yannick at midfield. A glance at the clock. Youngst with 6. Surveys. Underneath, Gusho Hannes with 1 to beat the buzzer. A floater. It is intercepted. Prado on the mark against Long. Trifolis chasing Fairfax. Yannick bluffs the big backhand and then sizzles it through to Davis. Little throw and go. Yannick to Fairfax. Trifolis closing, but not fast enough this time against Jacob Fairfax.
Better patience there from Carolina. That time they didn't try to force the deep shot, do anything too tricky. They waited for things to open up downfield. And a nice throw into the end zone from Yannick. You see the give and go move.
Definitely been one of their stronger performances of the season so far. Trissolini airing it out. Chunmoy chased by Mitchell. And Terrence knocks it down for the Carolina D. Gusho Hannes. Youngst gains some yards for LSB. And into the end zone for Elijah Long. And while this result is critical for Philadelphia, I mean, Carolina feels pretty good about their chances to make the playoffs as Mott with a high stall huck. Brooks goes down. Martin makes the catch.
Incredible concentration from Martin.
Legs got tangled. Martin stays with it. Carolina, if they're going to host a playoff game, be the #1 seed in the South, this feels like almost a must-win. Ryan, Scuber, got it. Martin, the easy running catch all alone in the end zone. We got contact against Philadelphia. Searles Bowes trots off the 10. Searles Bowes rips a deep backhand. Fairfax in pursuit. He's got it.
What a beautiful throw for Searles Bowes. I mean, out of the stoppage, basically a dead disc situation.
And they've played DC super tough. The last 3 regular season meetings against the Breeze have all been 1-point losses. And yet here they are with a 2-goal lead on the Carolina Flyers. Joe White squeezes it up the line for Elijah Long. White, another quick release, pivoting forward for Gusho Hannes. Joe White going every other right now. And how about that throw and the angle? Joe White absolutely taking over for the Carolina offense. But a stall count rising, and somehow that works. How did he find that window to Long in the end zone? That was a masterclass from Joe White.
I thought he was going to get a 5th straight inside backhand for the goal after going 4 in a row up the field.
Sean Mott, never a guy who's lacked confidence in his AUDL career. Pollard sending Colicchio. Mataraju body to body. Colicchio reads it well and plucks it with his left hand. Back to Trissolini. Suvorov. Maybe taking a page out of Joe White's book, throwing the score to Greg Martin.
I think we're
Youngst shooting it. Underthrown, batted down. Is tonight going to be Philly's night to knock off one of the league's top powers? There's a great defensive play by Matt Hanna to deny Elijah Long near the goal line. We've seen back and forth, break chances unfulfilled both ways. Each team's taking a timeout. Joe White, Scuba to the end zone. He floated it, but perfectly placed. Jordan Ryan bluffs the backhand. Colicchio went down, and Snell was trying to call a foul on himself, and yet we play on, and Ryan sprawled on the field, keeping possession alive. Suvorov back for Mott. After a switch, Davis on the mark. Mott with a well-placed swing. Suvorov, end zone, Ryan, got it! Trissolini looking near the sideline. Mott can't come up with it. Flyers with an opportunity to tie this thing up.
once again the double team coming through for the Flyers.
There was a gust of wind right as Trissolini released that. No timeouts for Carolina. Lefty Scuba, and what a catch by Coffin. Laser to the end zone. Bloodworth is in. Oh my goodness, what a sequence. We're tied at 14.
Until the Phoenix can prove to Carolina that they're able to beat that double team with regularity, we are going to see that over and over again here in the fourth quarter. A great play to get.
Mott accelerates to the reception, unleashes the backhand. Suvorov and Pollard both there for Philly, and Pollard takes over. Big game, James.
What a play by James Pollard. Head taps all around. Mott catches up to it, opens up the door, sends it deep.
One of the biggest skies of his career, you might argue, if Philadelphia can hang on here. Fairfax looking long. White in pursuit. He accelerates to make the clean clap catch. Owens on the mark, and it's a great block on the shot.
Maybe the first mistake we've seen Joe White make all night.
Maybe all weekend. Looking long. Trifolis is there! And Philly back up by 2.
Are you not?
Can the Phoenix D-line march it down the field again? Keller for Hanna. Mitchell shielded by Trifolis' body. Up the line. Nardelli. Can he get there? Yes! Everything is coming up Philly.
Let's go!
Phoenix back up by 3 with 5 minutes to go.
They can erase the bad memories of the losses this season, blowing the 7-goal lead.
Zipping it downfield for Mott. Mott has stuck with this Philly franchise through some real tough seasons. Chun Moy with a hammer to Jordan Ryan. And the Phoenix can just about taste it. Working so hard until Philly celebrates. First 2 weeks of the season, Flyers were neck and neck late and ended up losing by 5. That might be unfolding again. Owen shoots it. Keller finishes it. It's a 5-goal lead for Philadelphia.
Try to not pull a Flyers. You know, it's not about necessarily who the best team is on paper. It's about who shows up in the games in these situations.
A floater. Mott can't come up with it. Intercepted by Yuan. Pignoni to Nakan. He's not in. Flyers know they need to score quickly, and they make it a 3-goal game with 30 seconds left. Philadelphia arrived at 1-4. Mott with another incredible effort grab. And this is all over. Philadelphia has one of its greatest wins ever as the Phoenix take down the Flyers 20-17. Charlie, you said it well a couple minutes ago. This is the happiest 2-4 team of all time. And they have shown something tonight that is special.